Whenever I mention herbs, most people automatically think of your common kitchen herbs such as basil, thyme, mint, parsley, oregano, and I could go on and on and on. If this sounds familiar, stay tuned because this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. I am Monique D, and today's video is all about what is in my medicinal cabinet. Yes, you heard me right. What is in my medicinal cabinet and not my medicine cabinet. Herbal preparations has been around for a very, very long time. They're available in so many different forms, including your bulk herbs, medicinal herb blends, teas, oils, syrups, wines, vinegars, tinctures, extracts, tablets, and capsules. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to talk about a series, maybe 12 to 14 different herbs that are found in my medicinal cabinet. Okay, I will go on later on into further detail with how they are used, and without further ado, let's get started. The first one we are going to talk about is the Hawthorn leaf and flower. Hawthorn decreases fat deposit levels and is useful for anemia, cardiovascular, and circulatory disorders, high cholesterol, and it also lowers the blood pressure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the series of different herbs, and then I will come back and I will make a video that outlines in greater details what each herb is used for and how to prepare it. The second one is cayenne. This is your traditional cayenne pepper that you buy from the store. Nothing special about it, but cayenne aids in digestion and it improves your circulation, and it is useful for arthritis. A lot of times I use this in my smoothies because, you know, getting up in age, I do feel some aches in my bones. And so I try to use this into my smoothies, cayennes, just to help for any aches and ailments that I may have. This is cayenne pepper. Next, we have your common ground, cinnamon. Cinnamon aids in digestion. It counteracts congestion, warms the body, is useful for diabetes, and is also useful for weight loss. And there's many other benefits. Again, we'll talk about this a little bit later. That is cinnamon. The next one is dandelion tea. You will notice that I have most of my herbs, almost all my herbs, in mason jars to keep them fresh. And dandelion tea acts as a diuretic. It relieves menopausal symptoms. But one thing about this is you have to be careful with that, so that way it's not combined with any of your prescription diuretics that you may be taking. Again, I'll go into greater detail on a later video. That will be dandelion. The next one is Irish moss. We also call it sea moss. I'm going to put on the gloves so I can show you how it looks. So this one right here is 100% raw and pure. It is wild crafted in St. Lucia. And Irish moss or sea moss acts as an expository, and it also aids in the formation of stools. It's good for bronchitis and a lot of intestinal disorders. It's also used in skin lotions and in hair rinses for dry hair. I have an entire video that I'm going to show you on how to prepare this. You do not consume it like this. It must be washed. Once you soak it in water, it swells like a noodle, but it swells, and you can form a gel, create a gel out of it, and you can put it in smoothies, or that's how you make your face mask or your hair rinses. The next one that we're going to talk about is horsetail. Is actually grown locally, and it has many uses. Try to pour some out. So it also has many uses. It promotes healthy skin, strengthens the heart and lungs, and a lot more other uses that we're going to have to go deep into and make a video of its own. So horsetail is also called those puzzle pieces. Remember when you were smaller, there were puzzle piece plants that your parents may have called them puzzle pieces, and it's green and they snap apart. Well, that is horsetail. It grows in the wild, but one thing about horsetail is that it is very strong. It is a powerful herb, and you only want to take this in maybe 2 to 3 week increments, no more than a month. And then you want to have at least a month off in between, because it will soak up your B1 vitamin after a while. So that is horsetail. The next thing I want to talk about is hibiscus leaf. So this is a whole hibiscus leaf that has been dried. And you could tell this one was a red hibiscus. And I actually dried this out myself. And this is the hibiscus leaf. Hibiscus may lower blood pressure, and it also may help decrease bad cholesterol and increase good cholesterol, which is your HDL. The bad cholesterol is your LDL. One of my favorites is Pau D'Arco. Pau D'Arco is also known as Taheebo tea. It fights almost any kind of bacterial or viral infection, candida, which is yeast infection. It's good for smokers' cough, cardiovascular problems. And if you look at a few videos, some people say that they use it in conjunction with their cancer treatment. But it is made from a bark. You can find this in a store in a tea bag. It is called Pau D'Arco. This is one of my favorites. Has like an earthy taste to it. Next we have flax. So this is your flax seed, but this is in a powder, and I use it daily in smoothies as well. Flax is used to promote strong bones and nails and teeth, as well as healthy skin. It's also a good source for healthy fats and omega-3s, and it is used for colon problems, and the seeds are excellent. If you get it in seed form, those are excellent addition to your diet. If your diet is low in fiber, this will help you out, and that is flaxseed. Next, we are going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about red clover herb. Red clover suppresses appetite. It's good for coughs, and it's also good for bronchitis. I know a lot of these green herbs and teas, they all look the same, and they do look the same. Some of them, they have their distinct properties, and they all taste different. But this is red clover herb. I just refilled this mason jar right here. But this is also one of my favorites. I also make a red clover tincture. So this tincture right here is actually soaking right now, and tinctures are extremely powerful. And this is the actual red clover flower that was picked. I do have a field of red clover that's growing. I will, once the weather break, I will do a video on that. I'll take you out to the field and show you where it's growing at and how to pick it. But this is a tincture. You will eventually take your tinctures and put them in the little 1 ounce or 2 ounce bottles with a dropper, and you could take this anywhere if you're traveling. That way you don't have to consume the tea. But this is extremely powerful. This is way more powerful than any tea or powder. And this is also red clover, but this is the tincture. Next we're going to talk about green tea. So green tea is a common tea that a lot of people just like to drink. The only difference is this green tea, again, is in a loose leaf form. It is very powerful. And little do you know, most people don't know that green tea helps fight tooth decay. It helps regulate blood sugars and insulin, and it's good for asthma. But what I like to use it for, I like to drink a little bit in the morning, and it shows promising weight loss results, and it helps burn fat. Now, I'm not saying that you could lose a lot of weight on this, because if that was the case, I'll be much smaller than what I am. But a lot of people use green tea in conjunction with whatever diet that they're on to help burn fat, typically in the morning. Next is sage. Sage is one of my all-time favorites. This is one of the teas that I first started on in a loose leaf form. Sage reduces sweating. It's good for hot flashes. To all my ladies out there that's going through menopause, whether it's an estrogen deficiency or whether it's following a hysterectomy, this right here will help reduce those sweats that you have, those nice sweats. And it's used to dry up milk for women who wish to stop nursing. So if you're pregnant or you're nursing, it is not recommended. However, it is good for any other thing. So next we have mullein, which is Verbiscum thaspis. Mullein clears congestion. Is useful for bronchitis and a lot of other things. I actually did a video. I'll put the link right below so that way you can go right to it. But this is mullein. Again, it is in dry leaf form. I'm actually going to do another video on this once the weather break, and I will take you out to the field where I have my mullein growing as well. And I also have this tincture. So this is a mullein tincture, again, just like the red clover tincture. I also have the mullein tincture that is going to be ready soon, and I will take this and put in a 1 ounce or 2 ounce dropper, and I will actually travel with this. So if I'm not able to consume the tea because of traveling reasons, or maybe I want to take it to work, keep it in my car, I will always have this. But this is also a mullein tincture. So now we're going to get into, this is turmeric. So this is also your household turmeric. Nothing special except for I have a huge quantity because I do use turmeric all the time. Okay, turmeric has antibiotic and anti-inflammatory properties, and it is definitely good for arthritis. Okay, it is definitely good for arthritis. This is my #1 go-to. Again, a lot of these herbs, the properties overlap and the uses overlap. However, because you don't want to overload your body all on one particular herb, you want to give your body a break, and you may want to switch from turmeric to cayenne, although they may have the same properties. That way you give your body a break. Next we have senna leaf. I also have senna leaf. Now senna leaf I really don't use that much. Okay, it's actually a leaf. I really don't use it that much, maybe once a year if needed. But this has been marketed as a constipation treatment and a detox tea. Now, it's not highly recommended because when people say detox tea, once everyone is ready to lose weight and cleanse their system, they always try to run to this senna leaf. But this senna leaf is powerful, okay? It's no joke. You must use it sparingly. Subscribe, and I'll discuss it in a later video. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, so that way when I start talking about all of these in greater detail in its own individual video, you can make the right decision to see which one is. And last but not least, we have our yellow dock. Now, yellow dock, this right here, I only have the tincture. It is a root, okay? A lot of you see this growing and you don't know what it is. And again, I will take you out in the field later on some of my other videos to discuss this, so you can see how it is in rare form. Now, this is a tincture, and it's actually yellow. And this has been sitting up, and there's special things that you need in order to create a tincture. This is not water, okay? This is not water. Again, if you subscribe, then I'll make sure that I have that video coming up. And because this is the time of season where people are catching crazy colds, my favorite one, which I am currently out of, and I know I said all of them are my favorite, which they are, but it is Echinacea. Okay, Echinacea is good for the immune system and the lymphatic system. It's useful for allergies, colic, colds, flu, and other infectious diseases. I cannot tell you when the last time I caught a cold or any type of virus. I'm around people all the time. I'm around children, coughing, sneezing, and I usually start maybe in late July, early August, taking Echinacea, and I drink the tea maybe daily until August, and then I try to take it every weekend. And when cold season come around, flu season come around, I am totally immune to it because I have my immune system is up high, and just immune to it. You know, there's no other way to describe it. I've never had a flu shot or anything that would take me to the hospital because it's cold or flu related. So get you some Echinacea. I should have some coming in soon, and once I do that, I will also do a video. If you have ever heard of or used any of these herbs, drop a comment below, and please do not forget to like and subscribe to see more videos. There's so much more to come, and I will see you on the next one.